What's up? This is Brian Sapient from the Rational Response Squad. Our good friend Jake from atheistnetwork.com is in from out of town, hanging out with us for the weekend, and we've got the video recorder on for most of the weekend, making some home videos. And so this is some edited footage from last night of us just bullshitting. Kelly and Jake just started talking about diversity amongst the atheist community and some of the people who talk shit about us. You know, we have like a bunch of critics, obviously. And so this is just our kind of frank, behind-the-scenes discussion. So feel free to talk about it if you want. And check us out at rationalresponders.com.
You have to separate what you perceive as people looking at you as opposed to what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the problem is when you're in the eye and you're in the public eye, it's really easy to get caught up in feeling like you're being judged.
Yeah.
You know, like everybody has their opinion.
Yeah.
Okay. But you know what? That's true no matter where you go.
Oh, yeah.
Walking down the street, a million people have their opinion of you.
Yeah,
and
but they're not necessarily
actually pressing it on you. That's the difference. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
They're not posting on their blog. They're not calling you out. They're not putting you... You just
Yeah.
can't take that shit seriously.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I expect it from theists, you know.
But when it comes from
when it's atheists
I
who
used
sit there,
to get-
I'm embarrassed to have you as my spokesperson. It's like, no, I'm not your spokesperson. I'm my spokesperson.
Right.
And if you want to go out and present a different image, you think that you can do this so much better, then go fucking do it. But don't tell me what to do, because I never said that I was the fucking spokesperson for all of atheism.
Brian, how many... You remember back in the old days, how many fucking people were always telling us telling me how to run the Atheist Network? How things should go, and how the shows should sound, and how the board should go.
You guys sounded too condescending. You said, you shouldn't laugh, you shouldn't dress that way. It's just like, you know what? I mean, go fuck yourself. I mean, seriously, if that's all you have to contribute.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. Between me and you right now, me and you right here, okay? I've been getting like pissed off at you. I've even said some things to some people about their perspective of you. Mm-hmm. And I've been getting pissed off about how, like, people will go, "Oh, I think the Rational Response Squad did a great job," and Kelly looked hot. You know, it's like...
You don't even know.
You know what I'm saying?
The fucking feedback we get.
That's just like the fucking... It's like...
That's all they have to contribute.
What?
Kelly's hot. There's a whole,
You
like,
fucking
3-page
pwned
thread.
them in, like, the worst way, and what they're going to do is say you're hot.
No, okay.
Fuck
Not
them.
only that, is that generally the only comment I get, but, like, I'll find shit online, like, there was 3 pages of a thread at, like, a Pearl Jam fan forum saying this debate should be stupid, but that chick has hot tits, and so I'll tune in. Or, like, you know, people who are like, I couldn't even take my eyes off a rack long enough to hear her speak. And it's like, I get MySpace messages, Brian gets emails about, like, I mean, crazy ass shit, like, you know, well, you know, what the fuck? I mean, like, wouldn't you even get boobs that you could titty fuck? And, like, I mean, like, this is the comments we get about me.
Right.
You know, it's almost never has anything to do with the substance.
That was a good comment. I didn't like her boobs because you couldn't titty fuck them.
But yeah.
Which,
like,
by the way, you can titty fuck them.
I don't know. Are they close enough together?
No, you just took our rating off. Like, I don't think we can show this on YouTube now. I think I'm gonna have to edit that, and you just missed a pretty shot.
I mean, I did, and I got upset with people.
Yeah.
I said that's fucked up.
But people, there have been blogs that, like, on Slate.com, they spent an entire paragraph focused on our wardrobes.
Yeah.
You know.
That was a funny paragraph.
Yeah.
Oh no! Some people on the Atheist Network were saying the same shit.
All over
and I
the
went
place.
off on them.
And it's like, okay, if you want, talk about what I wear, that's fine. I purposely dressed in a way that I thought would be semi-provocative for a reason. I thought about this. It wasn't just something that happened. But when that's all that's analyzed about the discussion, and they don't even look at the content, okay, yeah, I was nervous. Yeah, I could have said some things better, but who fucking couldn't? You know, I'm sorry. I'm not used to, like, you know, doing public debates for Nightline. Right. You know. But that's all they have to say.
You know what? I think that's a runoff of religious thinking. I think that's the.
If
fat,
she dresses that way, then she clearly
it's the fat
has
versus the meat. It's people will pay because especially with religion, it's an emotionally charged issue. People will pay more attention to the fat rather than the meat. I could say you could go there and prove unequivocally that there is no God, right? And if you say one smart-ass thing, that's the only thing they're going to focus on.
You just set atheism back 3,000 years.
Right, exactly.
That's the funniest comment
It's
ever.
the fat versus the meat, and it's sad because that's the culture we're raised in. We're raised in a culture that shows us and tells us to view, substance over content. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
look at the pretty package, but don't really care about what's in. Let's buy the pretty SUV even though it's killing the environment. Let's go ahead and everybody have.
Well, look at like entertainment.
Yeah,
it's all about like the music. It's all about your looks. It's not about like the talent, the movies. It's just how much shit can I blow up and how many bitches can I fuck in this scene.
Right.
That makes it cool.
Right.
And it keeps everybody on this like level of like superficiality. It's just so frustrating because it's like Brian might get, certain comments, but nobody refers to Brian as Kelly's boyfriend or like that man, and like they might be like, oh, you're, he might get like little, like, oh, you're kind of cute or, whatever. But like he doesn't get like, oh, you're so hot. It's like, what did you think before you said that to me?
I get, oh, you're so hot, but I don't get, I would want to come over to your house and titty fuck you.
On YouTube,
I see you so much. I like to
stick your cock
suck on
in
your
her
pussy all night long. Yeah.
That's what they have to say.
I'm gonna stick my dick up your ass really hard.
It makes me feel like those people are fucking retarded.
I mean, you feel objectified?
No, I don't, because you know what? You allow yourself to feel objectified. Right. I know that there's more to me than that. And, I like being attractive, and at least as much as I can, and I like to think that people appreciate that on an aesthetic level. But when that's all the deeper you go, all that signifies to me is that you are an idiot.
Yeah.
It doesn't say anything to me about me.
It shows that man does not understand women to begin with.
Yeah. Well, that's like, do you think you're going to score points with me?
Well, who's that worked
how hot my tits are and my
Who
face?
has that worked with that you didn't have to pay?
Oh, baby, your tits are hot. Like,
right.
Oh, thanks.
Ooh, you think my tits are hot? You're the first guy to ever say that. Oh, I want you.
Yeah, really.
What the fuck do you think is going to happen? Who is that worked on?
Like I said, it's like I like for people to think I'm hot.
Sure, there's a certain amount of satisfaction.
Which you are.
Nice to appreciate.
But it's like, there was one person on my MySpace.
Of who you are.
Yeah, there was a person on MySpace, like, of course somebody posts a comment like, oh, Kelly's got nice tits. And the person after him posted, yeah, and she's got a nice brain too.
Right.
And like, I can appreciate that. Like, okay, say I've got nice tits, great. I want to have nice tits.
You paid for it.
Yeah, but don't. That's not where I end. Right. I'm not just like a set of tits attached to a reptilian brain. Right.
What I saw in the debate was an intelligent young woman who was trying her best to keep her nerves and do the right thing and keep on track. That's what I saw.
Thanks.
That's and I sat there with people and
such a beautiful thing
with people I was watching and I was just my comments were, wow, there's a sense of bravery going on there. There's a real sense of courage that's going on there. That
stay strong,
most people aren't
Kel.
say that's right. But I'm sure it did take a certain amount of courage.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, you're
and
nervous.
You could hear it in your voice, but there was an honesty to that.
Yeah.
That you didn't hear with
I wasn't so
Mr.
fucking
Cameron.
polished.
Every time, you notice I loved with Cameron, there is that every time it was his turn to speak, he would go like this. He would look directly at the camera and he'd go. That was it. It was it. Staged. Completely staged.
Yeah, everything they said was scripted.
Right.
And when it was something that went off their script, they had no answer.
No comment.
Tell me what fucking time I said no. I have no response for that. Right. It might not have been the exact way that you would word it, or maybe not even the best way to word it, but there was never a point where I just looked blankly at the fucking camera,
Which they did. That was great. They did, like, blankly at the camera.
But like
for 15 seconds.
Yeah, I know, it was horrible.
With no clue.
Yeah. I was busting up when that was happening.
But it's like, would I like to, go out there and be like, yeah, you can be sexy and smart. It is possible.
Sure.
But, it doesn't want to just be
Kelly,
sexy.